My dear friends, this is my book of memoirs that Paavo found. It's now being reconstructed by my elves, but some parts are ready and I'll be reading them to you now.
Paavo the reindeer went out looking for Lapland lichen for his lunch. His little half must have hit something. Santa's memoirs was his first hunch. The manuscript is old and broken. It needs a long and good repair. But I can say in the same token, far back in time it makes us fair. Now look through your fairy tale eyes, and you'll be getting up to speed. To your joy you begin to realize this journey's all the fun you need. Page after page,
The first stop.
Let me tell you what happened when we came to our first house. It was like nothing I had ever expected. We were flying real fast when I saw something. "Oh, look over there!" I yelled after some journeying through the wind. My finger was pointing at a small cottage below us. A billowy plume of smoke could be seen against the dark evening sky. "That must be our first stop." The reindeer pulled on the brakes and prepared for landing. We soon dropped into the yard of a small red wooden house. It was a humble dwelling, like most homes 1,000 years ago. The father of the family was chopping wood to keep the house warm. When we suddenly descended in front of the man, he shouted loudly, sprang to his feet, ran into the cottage faster than a frightened dog, with snow flying around him. The door slammed behind him. We heard loud noise from inside the cottage. "Where's my spear?" "The heaven has dropped a large number of flying cows with big horns, a red-coated man, and strange little men with long beards. They are carrying an enormous load of big boxes and sacks. This must be the beginning of the end of the world." The man was shouting so loudly that the children ran halfway up the stairs, from where, with their knees shaking, they were looking at this odd party of ours through a small window. When we landed, the mother had been having porridge with her children at the table. She approached the door, opened it, saw us, and said, "My dear, do come down. This must be the Santa who has finally arrived. Those men from Lapland were talking about it when they were passing by earlier in the autumn. Do ask Santa to come in and don't worry," she said to her scared husband. "And you children, come here. Let's meet him and find out what he's all about." We decided to step inside after hearing her words through the open door. I was, of course, a little nervous. This was my first official appearance as Santa. Many times I had been practicing the opening words I would say at the door of this first cottage. With my hat in my hand, I realized the 3-scroll-long, well-prepared opening speech was lying somewhere in the snow in Lapland. I had put it in the same place with the list of children's addresses. Oh dear. I was thinking hard what to say, sweat pouring down my brow as I walked in through the little doorway. What if I'm going to spoil the first Christmas? What if the children are frightened of me and my long beard? In the small room, the family of 8 were staring at me with eyes full of amazement. "Are there any kind children here?" I asked. "Yes," the bravest one replied. What a brilliant opening reply, and not such a bad question either. I decided that this stroke of genius would be in official use from now on. What a story.